Joining me now is Ricardo Pires, Communications Manager for UNICEF. Ricardo, thank you so much for being with us. Talk about, first of all, we know that there is such a great need. I want to talk about that in a moment. Talk about the significance of this pause in fighting when it comes to getting in that much needed aid.
Thanks for having me. It's very significant. Every day without fighting, without bombs, without killings is another day of hope and peace for children. Hundreds of thousands of children in the Gaza Strip who've been suffering for the last 7 weeks, day after day, seeing their houses being destroyed, their loved ones dying in front of their eyes. They're getting burned. They're getting severely injured. We have reported over 5.3 thousand children killed since October 7th. So that's a staggering number. It's an unprecedented number, and 9,000 more injured. That's an average of over 400 children a day, either killed or injured. That's unacceptable and unjustifiable, and it needs to stop.
You know, Ricardo, I want to talk about that, the scope of the need right now, because it's almost so hard, you know, for a person to wrap their mind around, because it is so immense. I mean, where do you even start?
It's very difficult. We have colleagues on the ground now, and I was just on the phone with a UNICEF colleague who's in the south of Gaza. He's been part of a convoy that went up north to the farther north today to deliver supplies, life-saving supplies. We're talking water, food, medication, blankets for children. And he says, you know, every effort counts, and it's very good to have the pause holding for over a few days now, but you know it's not enough. Before the crisis even started, 500 trucks, in estimate, would cross into the Gaza Strip to bring humanitarian aid and commercial goods to the people in Gaza. And now this average is way below the expected before the conflict. So it's unimaginable, the actual level of destruction that we are expecting to have on the ground now, and the impact that it's causing on children. It's very severe.
You know, and Ricardo, you know, throughout these 7 weeks now, we know that the IDF has notified civilians. There's been a lot of movement, you know, moving from the north to the south, from south to north. Talk about the situation right now in the north versus the south.
Well, to be fair, there is no safe place for children in Gaza right now. There hasn't been any safe place for them since October 7th. They have been displaced from their homes. They're seeing, as I said, their homes being destroyed, their schools being destroyed, hospitals being attacked. So right now, whether you're in the south or the north, because there is a humanitarian pause right now, there is a level of safety. But if the fighting starts again, there won't be a safe place for them anywhere. Obviously, the north has been the most impacted area, so the escalations there were heavier and therefore much more dangerous for children to be and families. But whether they're in the north or the south, they are very much at danger. It's one of the most densely populated places on the planet. Half of the population is children. We're talking 1 million children at least, and there is no safe place for them, as I said.
And if this truce, this temporary truce, does end and the bombing does resume, you know, at any level, but, you know, Israel says it will resume at full force, what will that mean for the humanitarian response?
We don't know exactly what the impact will be, but having been struggling to get humanitarian aid through to Gaza in these last 7 weeks before the deal went through, and there was the humanitarian pause, which we hope will be extended for as long as it takes, for as long as it's required to get the supplies in. But the situation will go back to what it was before, if not worse, because, you know, with water and hygiene infrastructure affected, the risk now is of infections and disease outbreaks that are actually, quite frankly, starting in some of the camps, as we've heard from colleagues. So it's still time to contain it, but if the fighting starts, it will be very difficult to move around. Our supplies and our logistics will be severely affected, and our humanitarian workers on the ground, our UNICEF colleagues and other UN colleagues and humanitarian colleagues, won't be able to operate. They won't be safe themselves. Over hundreds 1,500 UN staff have been killed already since this conflict started. That's a record number we haven't seen in any previous war. So that paints a very grim picture of what could happen if the fighting resumes.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.